Experts differ on the origin of the word sport, some arguing that it has Indo-European roots, while others suggest it comes from the Greek, Latin, Germanic or Anglo-Saxon languages. However, they do agree on what it means, sport being understood as a leisure activity, undertaken for pleasure, a pastime or form of entertainment that is normally done in the open air. Sport, in one or other of its various manifestations as a recreational, competitive or religious activity, has been an important element in all civilizations. Up until the mid-20th century, many of the games and leisure activities in our society took place in the streets and squares of the towns and villages, a tradition that was favoured by the gentle climate and long summer days. This came to an end, however, with the adoption of more competitive systems of production that led to changes in family life, while the ever-growing numbers of cars in the streets meant that they ceased to be playgrounds for children and young people. The democratically elected local authorities began to construct purpose-built sports centres and promoted sport not only as a competitive activity, but also for its educational and recreational value. The Barcelona Provincial Council has organised the Festival of Sport since 2002 in cooperation with the town councils, the regional grouping of sports councils and diverse sporting entities. The Festival of Sport aims to bring sporting and recreational physical activities to the sports facilities as well as public squares, parks and streets. It is intended to be a weekend of popular sports recreational activity that is open to all, in which the objectives are not based on competition, but rather on the idea of sport as fun and as a means of bringing together not just children and youngsters, but people of all ages. The idea is also that whole families can enjoy a period of leisure time together. The Festival of Sport has no age limit, covering as it does children, young people, adults and the elderly. Each group is catered for with their own range of activities, adapted to the different ages and abilities of those who wish to take part. The idea being to involve the greatest possible number of people. The Festival of Sport offers a magnificent opportunity to make all local residents aware of the range of urban spaces where sport can be done and of the municipal sports facilities, while also publicising the programmes of sports and physical activities on offer in the town throughout the year. Local clubs and associations are also involved in promoting sports activity to all local residents. Each town council designs the programme of activities in accordance with their own spatial possibilities and range of sports activities on offer locally. Some base the events on those games that were played in the past by people who are now parents or grandparents, games which formed part of their young lives and that are now considered traditional. In these cases, it is well to have an adult nearby, for they are the true experts. This would include those games that have declined in popularity with the passing of time, games like hopscotch, bowls or sack races. Everyday activities amongst the children who are today's grown-ups. Skill and marksmanship are also important in a whole series of traditional games, with their origins in hunting, that is, with man's quest for survival, which over time became individual or collective tests that took the form of a game. These are also to be found in the Festival of Sport, and depending on their particular spatial characteristics, are played in squares, streets, parks, or in purpose-built indoor spaces. Towns and villages on the coast have one of the best places for doing sport, the beach. They are perfect places for playing, a space where, without adding much by way of equipment, sports, normally with a ball, beach soccer, volleyball or tennis, are organised spontaneously all around the world. The proximity of the sea also allows a whole range of other sports, like sailing or canoeing. sports halls encourage people to do sports at any time of day and throughout the whole year. Swimming pools are also perfect venues for doing physical or sports activities such as swimming, water aerobics, swimming classes for babies. However, it is also true that many people who do not regularly do any kind of sports are unaware of the range of activities on offering sports centres and swimming pools. The Festival of Sport, then, is a good opportunity to introduce them to a wider public in the hope that many more people will spend part of their leisure time there in the future. The Festival of Sport takes place in early June and is held jointly with other regions, increasing the number of participating towns and cities every year, as well as the participants themselves, the activities and the spaces where they are carried out. This festival also represents a step forward in achieving the recognition of the European Day of Sport. We encourage you to take part in the festivals of sport being organised, and between us all, we will continue to strengthen the educational and social values of sport in order to contribute to developing healthy habits and the improvement of the quality of life and well-being of the citizenry.